This is the Charlie box, also known as Chuck. Then right here by its side we have the new Firebox table and the breakdown spatula, spoon, and ladle set. Let's start with the Charlie box. You can see we have these beautiful MOLLE clad pockets all the way around, so you can really load this thing up. Very heavy-duty D-rings used throughout. That's a swivel clip with a very heavy-duty 2-inch tightly woven nylon strap. We've got a nice generous pad. The whole entire Charlie box is made with 500 weight abrasion resistant nylon. You can see that the shoulder strap is fully adjustable, and then you can see the side handles. They seem a little larger than what you would normally think they should be, and I'll show you exactly why they are the way they are. They are made with a heavy-duty tubing that has nylon rope inside of it. Once again, it has swivel clips on both sides and very heavy-duty D-rings. Just really nice detail on this Charlie box all the way around. And then the magic happens. You can put a full-size paper towel roll on here, and because we have the nylon rope inside of this webbing, it makes it nice and stiff so that you can push this through without it hanging up inside. And then you just reattach this, and then you can just pull off whatever amount of paper towel you want. Works very, very well. I'm very happy with how that turned out. The paper towel can be attached on either side. It doesn't matter if you have stuff in this pocket or not. Let me show you how the lid works. We've designed it so you can open up one side at a time. So you can fold one side open, or you can go ahead and do the other side, obviously. Or you can leave one side tightly attached, detach the other 3 sides, and fold this over like this. The Charlie box comes with 2 dividers that can be placed anywhere. You can see that the dividers are notched. That is so that you can put the Firebox table in there and it will span all the way across. Once I get to camp, I can remove one of these dividers. And slide it out, and then it can be attached to the Velcro on the lid right there, and then you can actually turn this upside down and use that divider as a prop to hold your lid up as a table surface. Now, we did intentionally use a wipeable material here. You can put your pot, here's a stove, so it can handle a decent amount of weight. You have another place to set stuff, which is always nice when you're camping. I usually have my Charlie box so full that I can't really use these dividers. I think they would be great maybe if you had a little less stuff and you wanted to keep them more organized. But what I do is I bring one of the dividers and I just slide it against this end. But then I have this available to me, so when I do get to camp, I do like setting up the lid as a table. I can attach it here to the top, and then I can rotate this down under. Another very important detail about the Charlie box is the material that's inside, that's sandwiched between the layers of material that give it its stiffness. We ended up going through 3 different kinds of material before we finally found some that was tough enough, and this stuff is very tough. So it's in the top, it's in the sides. The whole structure of the box uses that material that we were very careful about. We really tried to make this just as nice as we possibly could. Good girl, come on. Oh, good girl. We need to show everybody about the Firebox pack table. You gonna help me? Good girl. Here we have the Firebox pack table. Now, from my experience, I've learned that when you're using a table for cooking, it's very important that it's easy to clean. So I designed this so it comes into completely separate pieces and parts, and also so that it drains really well, so that you can just clean it up right in your sink. Let me show you how it breaks down. These legs fold twice. You fold them there, then you fold them again. Now I recommend that you don't fold this first piece over all the way. You don't go till it stops. Just go a little bit shy, and then let the action of closing it finish that close, or finish that fold, however you want to say it. Okay, so I'll just do all these. You'll notice when I pull that second part of the leg down, you hear a disengagement. And that's because this tab goes through this slot and engages the rod down inside. So now that that's disengaged, these rods just pull out. The reason that it's important that you don't fold this fold over till it touches is if you do, it leaves that inside edge raised up and it makes it difficult to get your slat in. I'll show you what I mean here real quick. So I'm going to fix that by lifting that up just a little bit, let the fold close it to the proper position, and then it sits nice and flat in there. Makes it really easy to get your slat pushed inside. Okay, once you have those into their individual cartridges, you stack the two cartridges on top of each other and then put a Ranger band around the ends. So the table does come with two Ranger bands, and once you've got that in its Ranger bands, you can put your rods into their neat little bag. Has a nice little closure here. And then you can slide everything into the case that it comes with. This is a nice 500 weight, very sturdy bag that should hold up to abrasion and all the rigors of camping. Okay. So that's the Firebox pack table. Let's go ahead and set it up so you can see that process. Get our rods back out. Pull our Ranger bands off. Slide our slats out. Now we'll go ahead and run the rods through the first slat, and then we'll lock them in place with these legs. Now if these legs feel like they're hitting a stop, just push in on the inside on that tab, and that'll help get it over the hump. And that's really a good sign. That just means your table is going to be nice and tight and secure. So it's actually really good if it does that. They will break in a little bit, but having them stop like that is not necessarily a bad thing. So you go ahead and lock this one into position, and then open up your second parts of your legs, and you're ready to get cooking. Are you starting to get cold? You seem to be a little bit cold. I'm almost finished, and then we'll go get you warmed up. Let's show you the breakdown spatula, spoon, and ladle set. I designed this kit because I really don't like using undersized utensils that are flimsy and soft and difficult to work with. I wanted something that's more like the stuff I use at home. So we used a very sturdy food grade nylon. So the spatula is very sturdy and strong. The spatula has a sharpened edge on 3 sides so that you can get up under your eggs very easily. The diamond holes are very well rounded on both sides, so they're easy to clean. The handle is hollow, but we take advantage of that by making the cap removable, and you can store spices inside, or salt and pepper, whatever you like. This is Hakata spice, but right there while you're cooking, you just pop that cap off, and you've got a good supply of spice right there in the handle. Let me show you how the handle works with the other heads. You can see there is a silicone plug here so that you can actually take this plug out and use this handle as a pocket bellows. It also has this gasket. The gasket makes it so that soup or whatever you're working with, hot chocolate, whatever it might be, won't get into your threads and just make a mess. This is sized to work with all 3 of our billy pots. You may notice some tension in the threads. That's intentional so that it doesn't feel loose. We didn't want people to feel like they needed to tighten it real tight to get the looseness out. So we have some tension in the threads. Then all you do is tighten it till it stops and you're done. There's no wiggle, there's no looseness, just nice and sturdy. The shape of the spoon is very nice. It works very well for stirring your gravy, yet it is actually quite deep for serving your gravy. I really like this spoon. And that's the Breakdown spatula, spoon, and ladle set by Firebox. All right, let's go get you warmed up. Let's go. Okay, Junie, let's go. Let's go. Good girl. Good girl.